Hello lovely dancers, my name is Aisha and welcome back to Belly Dance Tutorials. In today's class I'm going to continue the mini-series about layering moves. Today I'm going to go over how to layer shimmies under body undulations. So this is the third video in this mini-series about how to layer moves, in which I went over the technique over several types of layerings, most of the time involving hip movement, shimmies or other hip movements, and chest movements or body movements. I hope you watched my previous tutorials, part 1 and part 2, and I hope you practice that because today we're gonna go over what I think is one of the most advanced movements in belly dancing, which is layering body undulations over shimmies. This is an advanced move and it will take a while to be able to execute it properly, correctly, but I encourage you to practice on a regular basis and to incorporate this move even if it's not perfect and even if it's for a little bit of time in your dance routines. So this move really shows the mastery of the dancer. People who do very nice layering usually are very good at all the other moves in belly dancing, and this is what gives the character of belly dancing, of Raksharki. It's something that you probably don't see in other types of dances. Egyptian dancers do very intricate, sophisticated layering moves over shimmies. So yeah, it's really what gives that particular specific flavor of this dance style, of belly dance style, and it makes it very distinct from any other kinds of dance. Plus, you'll hear the qanun instrument in a lot of Arabic songs. So qanun, I think it's a specific instrument for Arabic songs in Arabic orchestras, particularly Egyptian songs, but not only. And that qanun sound really gives you the opportunity to execute shimmies, really beautiful shimmies. But the sound is not flat and continuous. There are many added layering over the qanun sound. It's very flowy. So this gives you the opportunity to incorporate body undulations over shimmies. It's a very nice move to do over qanun sound. So whenever you hear the qanun, I will link down below some links to videos where you can hear clearly the qanun instrument. Please do some kind of shimmies. You can mix and match with other moves, but please do some shimmies over the qanun instrument. All right, so let's get going over the topic for today, undulations over shimmies. So also watch my previous tutorials about the breakdown of the undulations from top to down and down to top, yeah, and the breakdown of the shimmies. So really quick recap of the body undulations, and I'm going to focus on the hips more than the chest. So I'm going to go over the body undulation now from top to down because it starts in the chest area or the upper part, it goes to the belly, pelvis, and now chest goes back, belly, pelvis, right? So this is the regular one. And the reverse one, which starts in the pelvis, rolls up to the belly and chest and goes back. So roll up, go back, roll up, go back. All right? Also in that video, I have a really detailed breakdown of the undulation part, of the undulation in the pelvis area. So we are not focusing so much on the chest portion of the movement, but on the lower part, the hips. And the hip movement, if I have to break it down, it goes like that. First of all, basic posture, knees are bent, pelvis little tucked in, and I'm gonna go like a little bit diagonal. So we are going slide forward, lift the pelvis, slide back, lower. So slide up, slide down, slide up, slide down. And when you move it continuous in a smooth and flowy manner, you'll get the lower body undulation, which we're going to use more of the lower body in relationship with shimmies. All right, now, as I said in the previous videos, the principles of learning or practicing layering is that you pick the movement that you want to layer the shimmies over. So you pick the main movement, which is the undulation, and you establish some points in space where your hips are going during this movement. And then you practice the shimmies only in those points, one by one, right? So if I break it down again, my hips are going forward. So this is one point. We're going to do shimmies here in this awkward position. Then our pelvis is lifting. We're going to practice shimmies here in this awkward position. Our shimmies are sliding back. We are still tucked in here. We're going to do shimmies here and release or drop. So we're going to do shimmies here. So we have these main points. Then we have a slide forward, shimmies, lift, shimmies, slide back, shimmies, release, shimmies, right? So those are our 4 points that we're going to touch in space, and we're going to practice the shimmies in these really awkward positions to teach our brain to connect this kind of movements. It's mostly coordination, if nothing else. It's not strength or anything, it's just coordination. And we're teaching our brain to do 2 kind of movements, or actually to shimmy in these awkward positions of the pelvis that we are not used to. So again, we're gonna start drilling this a little bit, and then we'll start on music, and we'll do other variations like the reverse or coming up on toes. But for now, let's start with the basic. You can have the feet together here, or one forward, one back. Sometimes it's easier if you try this way, like you step a little bit forward with one leg, and then your weight will shift from the front leg to the back leg, right? So when you do the undulation, your weight will shift. So try that. But you can also do like with the feet together, and then your weight will shift from toes to heels, right? So we're gonna do it in this position for now. You have to be bent. Bend the knees a lot. All right, so let's try shifting forward the pelvis, some shimmies here, lifting, shimmies, slide back, shimmies, release, shimmies. Yeah, and the shimmies are more like hip lifts, so don't try to do really fast shimmies here. It's gonna be hard, and then you'll get into vibrational shimmies, right? So just go at slow speed. Go at slow speed. Shimmies here, which really feels like hip lifts. Lift your pelvis, continue the shimmies here. Go back, continue the shimmies here. Release, continue the shimmies here, right? So, and now you try to practice the shimmies in each awkward position for a number of counts, and then you reduce the number of counts in time until you are able to do a flowy movement without stopping in each point. So let's do this one more time, and I'm gonna count. I have my feet together now, but again, you can do like one forward, one back, or together, right? Have to be lower on the knees, And we're gonna start slide forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slide back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you have to practice this for, I don't know, several practices, days, weeks, months. And then you start to reduce the number of counts. And I'm going to demonstrate that. And I'm going to do like 4 counts. So slide forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. 2 counts. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, until you make it really continuous. Right? So now this is just a demonstration. I'm not gonna do a drill on this one, but I'm gonna play some music and play with that a little bit. But you'll have to practice at your own pace, your own music, on your own time, as much as needed. And as I said, try to incorporate that, even if it's a little bit, or if not perfect, in your routines, in your dance routines, if the music calls for it, of course. And in time, it will get better. So now the same principle applies to the reverse one. Right? So when you practice the body undulations from down to top, we're gonna start with the pelvis a little, like you have to tuck in, roll out, push out, and then back. So the movement is gonna start in the back this time. So you're gonna do a little lift here. Lift, slide, down, slide. Lift, slide, down, slide. Lift, slide, down, slide. Yep. So I will link down below the tutorial to reverse undulations. And the same principle applies. You have to practice shimmies in certain points in space. So when you start lifting, practice shimmies here. Yeah. Sliding, your pelvis is pushed forward. Practice shimmies, release. Practice shimmies, slide back. Practice shimmies, up, 2, 3, 4. Front, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Back, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? And then you make it flowy. All right? Lots of variations for this one. For instance, you can do this as traveling steps. If you come up on toes, and then you'll do the undulation, right? And add the shimmies to that. So in time, you try to practice with the same technique, shimmies under undulations in releve. So the only change is the releve movement. You can hold on to something, it's a little easier. And then same idea, you practice front, up, back, down. Front, up, back, down, right? And in time, you'll be able to, right, make it as a traveling step in releve. All right, so I know this might be a lot, it might be too much. For some of you may be more familiar with these things. But this is a starting point for you on how to practice these movements. I'm gonna play some music and I'm gonna cue some of these moves and let's try together for a little bit. But again, try on your own. Probably you need about 10 minutes or who knows, whatever feels good to you. But practice shimmies in one space in one point in space for a long time. Yeah, so you are here. You can stay here for 20 counts, 24, 36, doesn't matter. Yeah, just to get your body accustomed to shimmy in these really unnatural positions. All right, so let's put some music and try all of this on music. All right, so let's get going. Front, shimmies. Up, shimmies. Slide back, shimmies. Down, shimmies. Slide forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. Back, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Front, up, back, down. Front, up, back, down. All right? I went a little faster. Let's try the reverse. So you're gonna tuck in, slide forward, drop, slide back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Back, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. Front, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Right? Let's try in releve. I'm gonna travel a little bit. Let's try the reverse. And normal. It's nice when you turn around yourself. Yeah? All right, dancers. This was a little taste of what practicing for layering undulations with shimmies is about. So it gives you a starting point for you to practice these moves and to know how to practice for these moves. So your brain doesn't go, ah, I don't understand. So you train your brain muscle connection of how to do this kind of moves in the same time. I hope you liked my video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll come back with more videos. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so for very high quality videos like this one. If you liked it, just give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions or comments, feel free to write them down in the comments box area and I'll try to address them. Until next time, shimmy shimmy!